Boys, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create the best team at MLB The Show 21 in the shortest amount of time. Now, I know we got a lot of new guys. I know the game is coming out, and I know you boys want to get straight into the tips and figure out how to create that God Squad as fast as possible. But before we get into that, make sure you guys hit that like and sub button, and let's get right into the frickin' video.
And his name is John C.
Now, I'm going to be talking about the simple things, and then I'm also going to be talking about some of the more in-depth things. So the first thing we're going to talk about is you got to be doing Showdown. Now, Showdown is going to be where you get the 42 series players. And the 42 series players, they are really, really good this year. Whether you want Gallo, you want Jordan, you want all of these guys, these are free 88s that you're going to get by just playing the game. Now, if you want to know how to beat Showdown, if you're having trouble beating Showdown, I'm going to link a video right now. I had a full tutorial on this whenever the game came out 4 days ago in the Digital Deluxe Edition, and we kind of talked about that in depth. I'm not going to get too much into it, but that is kind of the tutorial there. As far as what you're seeing on the screen right now, these are parallel players, and you're going to be wanting grinding parallels. How you grind parallels for your good players is going to be events. I love events this year. Events is always the best way to get stubs for no money spent players. You can do this pretty much as you want. As you can see, I am at 39 wins. I'm going to be making a video for the 40th win, but I am 1 win away from Miguel Cabrera. Now, Miguel Cabrera, whenever you sell Miggy, he is going to get you up to 90,000 stubs on the marketplace right now, and that's if you don't want to keep him. He's got 101 pop contact, and then he's got 102 power to the left. Now, Miguel Cabrera is going to be one of those guys that is just really solid in the beginning of the game, but he's going to fall out in a little bit. So if you get this card, I highly recommend selling him and maybe going after some of these live series collections. If you want to unlock Trout as fast as possible and get the collections done, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take advantage of all of the free stubs that San Diego Studios is going to hand you. And they're going to hand you those through Showdown, they're going to hand you that through events, and they're going to hand you that through ranked seasons, some of the other stuff. I know some of the other stuff takes skill to win, but the events is just necessarily playing the game. I have an events tutorial also where we talk about kind of the other things. The next thing we're going to be talking about is you guys got to be working the market. Now, I went over this a little bit, but I kind of missed out on a lot of the stuff that you guys need to be doing. So the first thing that I highly recommend that is contrary to the video that I made earlier on it is that you can do diamond cards. Now, I never really talked about this, but diamond gaps right now are absolutely huge. If you want to be flipping cards and making tons of stubs doing it, I highly recommend doing some of these 42 series cards. Now, I know they're going for a decent amount of stubs right now, so you're going to have to be able to start with about 30K. But if you look at some of these guys, they have huge gaps, and they are going to flip super, super fast. So these are kind of the cards to flip right now. These remind me a lot of the 2020 postseason cards in MLB The Show 20, as they were just moving really, really fast. I'm going to currently be working on some of these cards that have the bigger gaps. The biggest gap out of all of them that I'm seeing right now is going to be my boy Griffey Jr. Now, this looks like a 4K gap, and that's pretty good. And Griffey is going to be moving a lot. A lot of these guys who didn't get 42 series packs are going to want Griffey Jr. because he has one of the best swings in the game. So what you're going to do to get him is you're going to create a buy order. You're going to put it up at 25,001. 25,002. You're going to put that. You're going to finalize the order. And then you're going to do that. You're going to go up to Griffey. You're going to sell him for $29,499. And whenever you do that, you're going to be making probably about 2,000 subs, I'd say, around there. And it's going to be a huge gap that you're going to make from this. So if you look at this now, you buy them for $25,002, you're going to be making about 1,500 stubs each time you do this. Now, if you do this like 10 times, you're obviously going to be making like 15,000 stubs. If you genuinely just sit here for a couple hours, you could probably make up to about 50K stubs. And I'm not even kidding. You just have to grind it, and you have to be studious. You just got to go after it and sit here. And I know it's not the most enjoyable thing ever, but you will get so many stubs by doing this, and you're just gonna profit from it. It's just gonna help you. Because I just got to buy Griffey like that, 25,000 like that, and now I'm going to be able to put up a sell now order for him for 29,485, and I'm going to make a ton of stubs on this card. And the thing is that if I just sit here and do this over and over and over again, and I just make sure that whenever I'm doing this, that nobody's outbidding me. Now you check and now how you check if you're getting outbid, you go to my orders, You press on active orders, you sit there, and you kind of just check to see yours and then check theirs. You can refresh the community screen, and basically you're just going to keep on doing this over and over and over again. You're going to be earning stubs, and you're slowly going to be getting closer and closer to Mike Trout and some of these cards that I know you guys want. The Mookie Betts, the Tatises, all of these cards that you're going to want to be grinding by doing this. That's going to be how you make the most stubs right now. Working the market is something that you have to do, even if you're a guy who spends money on the game. I know that you don't want to just absolutely spend every single cent on stubs, and this is going to be how you earn stubs genuinely. The next one that I'm going to highly recommend is you got to take over these daily programs. Now, if you're not doing daily moments, do daily moments. I just got Giambi today. In a couple days, we're going to be getting Roberto Alomar. Now, Roberto Alomar should be a guy who's probably going to start on pretty much every single team. He looks really good this year. He's a switch hitter. The stats might not overwhelm you, but he's got good speed. He's a switch hitter. He's a second baseman who plays great defense, and he's got one of those swings that it's a little bit glitchy. It plays really well, and you're going to like Roberto Alomar. If you're not grinding him, definitely go for the Giambi. I'm currently doing the Giambi. I just finished the moments for Giambi, and I'm going to be getting him up to an 85 as soon as I start playing ranked seasons with him. The next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you're doing all of the tops now moments. Now, I talked about this a little bit again in another video, but daily moments, tops now moments, every single one of these moments add to the free stuff that you are going to be getting by just playing the game. Now, you can grind these moments for the 89 overall Ryan McMahon, and I think he is really good. You can also get Yerminator, and these cards are amazing. I mean, this Ryan McMahon has been an absolute stud for me, so if you're wondering if he's worth it, if you don't like him, you can sell him for 11K, but this guy is hitting 500 for me in 60 at-bats. The dude is a stud. He's played really well for me, and I've really liked him so far. Again, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go get Clemente. He's in the shop right now. He'll be there for a couple more days. And these are just kind of some of the tips that you guys need to be doing right now. I don't want to drag this video too long. I need you guys to do this now if you are trying to create a really good team, because some of these things are going to become less effective the more the game gets into it. Now, boys, if this video ended up helping you guys out, make sure to hit that like and sub button. I appreciate all the love and support lately, and might be out.